All right, everybody, thank you for stopping by. So, Predecessor version 1.2.2 has released, and this is the picture here. And at first I thought she was groping herself, but we'll just ignore that. Feels like just last week that we launched version 1.2. We've been overwhelmed by the avalanche of positive messages and comments you've sent our way. I feel like a lot of people have been complaining, but I think it's been pretty good overall. But a lot of people have been complaining about Predecessor, how it is currently. Actually, I do have a video coming out that's going to be making fun of part of it, where they want you to, they release this big old thing about the toxicity, but then they got rid of all the ways to say thank you and like the gratitude like commands, like the thank you or good job. They got rid of both of those. But anyways, let's hop right in. Winterfest 2024, a new battle pass format. I mean, does that look new? That looks like what it is. When does this release? It's not released yet, but that looks, maybe I'm wrong, but that looks pretty much like how it did. I don't know. Okay, whatever. Flurry of seasonal rewards are awaiting you. Anyone who prepared to venture out into the festivities, such as all new profile cosmetics and exclusive new Yuletide Zinc skin. Wow, Christmas skins. You know, I vibe with that, but like, I don't know. I'm not someone that's really big on spending for skins, so like, as funny as these are and much as I like them, I probably won't buy them just because like I don't get it. Like buying a skin that I'm going to use for like a month out of the year, I don't know. But for those of you who do like buying skins, they're pretty funny. They're cool. Like there's the Santa Claus Argus. There's the Zinx one, and it kind of looks like Krampus, I guess. Runehorn Warden Argus. I don't know how if that's very Christmassy, but I'll take it. But XP changes following feedback with the event's launch last week. We've increased the amount of Winterfest XP you can earn from playing matches. There's never been a better time to grind out these festive treats. It's been increased by 80%. That's a good amount. And from Brawl is 110% increase. So if you like Brawl, you can really get your experience there. Yeah, you won't get those experience buffs until version 1.2.2 releases. All right, Winterfest runs until January 7th, so there's plenty of time to jump in on the grind. So it's going to be all this Winterfest stuff, the winter map and everything. That's going to last until January 7th, which is a good amount of time, I feel like. Early access skins reinvented. Many of you will remember recent discussions we've had on the community surrounding early access skins and how best we might be able to let more players, particularly those who played with us in the early access, but weren't able to purchase them due to platform limitations, get access to these skins. I mean, they're right here. They don't really have the individual ones, but there's an idea right there. Oh, didn't mean to zoom in there. But these skins have been added to the store in bundles that reflect the tiers of support. Yeah. So if you want to fork up some clams. Second anniversary celebration. It's actually kind of crazy how long this game's been out. Like I feel like it just recently came out, but it's been 2 years, so that's pretty cool. It's a good game, and I'm glad that it's doing pretty well. I wish it'd be doing a little bit better. Like I feel like the player base is pretty small, but I feel like their marketing hasn't been very good at all. So hopefully more people can find the game and get in there. But if you log in, you'll get this icon. It's pretty cool. PlayStation leaderboards earlier this week resolved the certification blockers that forced us to delay launching ranked leaderboards on PlayStation. It is now live. The store news: we got more skins. It's a Decker skin than one I was talking about. feel like they could have moved her hand down a little bit, but that's just me. With glistening new VFX, SFX, and more, Morgush's new legendary skin will leave her victims frozen in fear. So I'm just going to kind of speedrun these. These are the Winterfest skins for everyone. It's pretty funny. I don't know. Like I said, I mess with these. These are cool, but like I probably won't spend on any of them. I don't know. I do like to have like one cool skin for each character, but like I'm not that type of person. Like in Apex, people would drop like several $1,000s just to have every skin in the game. I'm just like, I don't do that. Sorry. But Winter Regal Decker bundle, and these are the bundles. I'm going to kind of just skip through them. If you want to look at them, go ahead and pause the video. But without pictures, you're just kind of reading it. So new skin variants coming out, returning time exclusive content, skin variants. Okay. All right, now here is what we're here for. The challenge, the gameplay balance changes. The jungle, Gray Camp 3, large physical power decrease from 28 to 26, small health decrease from 750. Okay, to 720. Okay, that was just, I'm like, they said they decreased it from 750 to 850. That's an increase, but it's not. That it was boom. Small power, physical power decrease from 8 to 7. All right, Argus, bug fix now correctly pierces through towers. His ultimate. Okay, I don't play him, so I didn't realize that was a problem. So that's cool. Crunch. Let's see if we can get him in frame. Physical power decreased from 62 to 60. Attack speed growth increased. Physical armor decreased. Mana growth decreased by a lot. Wow. His base mana regen has been increased slightly. So I feel like that'd be a nerf. And they kind of do this like little balance thing where they take from somewhere and then add somewhere else, but like reduces power, add attack speed. That's pretty balanced, but I feel like this mana growth has been really taken down quite a bit. I don't know. It might be pretty balanced there. Let's see. Let's read the rest of them. His power scaling increased. Okay. It might be pretty balanced. I don't know. I didn't really think he had any problems, so I just don't know why they're really messing with it, to be honest. But damage increased from 35 or decreased from 35 to 25. I'm just going to say the first number because that would tongue tie me if I had to read all of those numbers. Total physicals power scaling increased from 95% to 115%. Magical power scaling increased from 75% to 85%. Right crunch damage decreased from 85. Okay, so they changed the later numbers. Now that I was just going to do the first numbers, 115 to 110, and so on. You can see there. Bonus physical power scaling decreased from 60 to 50%. Magical power scaling decreased from 70 to 65%. Mana cost decreased from 55 to 40%, or not percent, just 40 mana. Forward crunch alternate bonus physical power scaling from 65% to 50%. Magical power scaling decreased from 45% to 35%. Wow, he got a really big workup. I don't know if this is going to be a buff or nerf or just kind of like a balance thing. This is going to have to be a play a few games and see what happens type thing here, unfortunately. All right, Countess, much smaller section here. Cooldown increased from 8 to point. Okay, yeah, very slightly increased the cooldown on her Blade Siphon. The healing decreased. Fees damage decreased from. Okay, yeah, so they took 10 and 20 from here. I feel like her ultimate does do quite a bit of damage, but I didn't think it was like super broken or anything, so we'll see how that goes. But that's a straight up nerf. They didn't balance anything there. It was just boom, took it away. Didn't put it anywhere else, so we'll see. Rocket boots for Decker. Cooldown refund on ability decreased from 3 to 2.5. Proton Disruptor mana cost decreased from 55. Yeah, you see the numbers there. See, it's kind of funny. Like some of them, they'll take somewhere and then add somewhere else. And this one, Countess, they're just like, nope. Okay, we got Drongo here. His old rusty alternate. Bonus physical power scaling decrease. So yeah, he just got taken away a little bit as well. And yeah, Greystone needed a nerf. Not gonna lie. His attack speed growth decreased from 1.9 to 1.7. Lightbringer physical power scaling decreased from 90 to 85%. His Sacred Oath secondary bug fix damage will now correctly increases when the ability is leveled. Damage decreased from 25, 40. So okay, yeah, you can see the scaling there. Bonus powers, physical power scaling decreased from 25 to 20%. We'll see if that's enough. He was really broken to the point where he was kind of one of those toxic people to face. And I know I'm a part of the problem. I was playing him. I enjoyed it. And I think Grux needs a slight buff. So we'll see what happens here. General Bat decrease from 1.15 to 1.1. Okay. I feel like that's barely anything at all, but we'll see. Crush cooldown decrease from 16-14 to, yeah, very slightly. It lowered the a fourth of a second. So we'll see how that goes. That's a slight buff, but like very, very, very slight. Let's see. I guess when you get to the end, that's an entire second, which can really actually be huge. But like a quarter of a second, I don't know, it's not very much. Double pain damage decreased. Okay, wow. They decreased that by quite a bit. Physical power scaling increased. Okay, so they increased the scaling, but they reduced the overall amount. Kalari, yeah, Kalari is one of those people that really needs an overwork. Our health growth increased from 115 to 118. Physical armor growth increased from 3.15 to 3.35. Health regen, physical penetration scaling increased. Deathmark secondary cooldown decreased. Physical power scaling increased from 4 to 4.5. Crippling dagger damage increased. Physical power scaling decreased. Okay, so they did take something away. I'm like, all this has been just going up, up, and up. Okay, she did get a little bit of a nerf there. Slow increase from 30% to 35%. Damage increased of our ultimate by 20. The total power scaling decreased from 120% to 100%. So they took a little bit here and there, but yeah, she got quite a big buff. And like I said in my video of the pick rate and win rate, that kind of shows who they're going to work on. And I saw that coming. Okay, we got Kira here. Damage decreased from 250 to 230. Okay, I mean, that's pretty fair. She racks up some serious damage. And I know that's going to piss a lot of people off because there's a lot of Kira fans out there. But yeah, she can really shred people. So that makes sense to me. I can see it coming. You need to kind of be like how I am with Greystone, where you admit, I enjoy playing this character, but I do admit that he's broken. And I feel like a lot of people need to have that open mindset instead of just being pissed when someone gets nerfed. Lieutenant Bellica, maximum mana gain per ability decreased. Okay, yeah, Bellica needed a little bit of work. We'll see if that's enough. But we'll see. Time will tell. Murdoch. His cooldown increased from 12 to 14.5, 12.8 to 14.5 per level. Cooldown on hit decreased from 1.5 to 1 second. And this is just his passive shots fired. Muriel damage increased. And it's the power scaling. When magical power scaling decreased from 60% to 55%. Mana cost on her I don't even know what that is. Alacrity? Her alternate ability. Mana cost decreased from 50 to 40. Narbosh. Health growth decreased from 126 to 122. Health regen decreased from 1.35 to 1.2. Health regen growth decreased from 0.22 to 0.15. Mana growth decreased from 50 to 44. Movement speed decreased from 675 to 670. Song of My People, his secondary ability. Healing per rhythm stack decreased from 0.2 to 0.17. I don't see him picked very much, but I never really had any problems with him. So we'll see. Like I said, time will tell on a lot of these if they'll be really any good. But let's see. That's a pretty good nerf. I guess they've been having problems with him. I don't know. I haven't really been facing him anywhere. I do face him every once in a while, but he's not one of those characters that you just think like, oh my gosh, this guy's broken. So we'll see. I don't know. A lot of these people have been getting like heavy nerfs. We'll see. Like I said, Phase's ultimate cooldown decreased by 5 seconds and 10 seconds. The first one's still 120. Rampage, his Rumble secondary slow duration is increased from 1 to 1.2. 1.25, sorry. And his Pounce alternate cooldown decreased from 20 to 18. And yeah, his pick rate was surprisingly low as well. So they're trying to get his pick rate up a little bit. So yeah, just straight buff there. Revenant, Obliterate. I don't know why I put an F in there, but Obliterate primary. Subsequent missile damage decreased from 20% to 18%. Bonus physical power scaling increased from 40 to 45%. Magical power scaling increased from 70 to 75%. So they lowered his missile damage, but then made the power scaling a little bit better. That's kind of like a balance thing. Reckoning ultimate, his duration decreased. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they didn't really lower it by too much, so I guess it's not that big of a deal. But I don't know. I think the only reason that his ultimate could be broken is that he can come chase people in their towers without it being punished at all. And that kind of gets annoying. But other than that, I feel like Revenant's not too bad. But like I said, when he can use his ultimate to just go in your tower with impunity, that's just kind of not cool for me. Richter physical armor decreased overall 24 to 22. Riplash alternate ability damage decreased from 30 to 20. Seraph Chastise alternate damage decreased from 100, 145. You can see the scaling there. Physical power scaling decreased from 80 to 75%. Sevrog damage decreased from 100 to 85. You see the scaling there. Hero healing decreased from 15 to 12%. Shimby general bat increased from 1.1 to 1.15. Biting Melody passive magical power scaling decreased. Line tempo damage changed from 80 to 80, 85 to 80, and the scaling going there. Magical power scaling increased from 45 to 55%. Yikes. The cooldown decreased from 7.5 to 7 on our line tempo. I feel like her ult needs to be nerfed a bit because it's kind of busted, but I don't know, like, trying to decide because like that's kind of big right there. The power scaling got a 10% buff, but her overall damage on that got nerfed. But I feel like Shimmy needs more work than that. She's kind of broken right now. But we'll see if that's enough. It's like, I don't know. Her line tempo wasn't necessarily what I thought was broken. It was I can't think of what it is, but her E ability where she has the circle of wolves, as well as her ultimate, are broken, and they didn't touch those. So we'll see. We'll see if that's enough. Skylar, magical armor decreased from 23 to 21. Magical armor growth increased from 0.7 to 0.85. Mana increased from 320 to 350. Her cooldown decreased on her plasma grenade by 2 seconds. What? Air Assault secondary mana cost increased. Okay, so they made it cost more, but she has more mana. And the cooldown on our plasma grenade, I don't know. I don't think Skylar needed a buff, to be honest. And I guess they took her magical armor down. They made her more of a glass cannon type thing. But I don't know. Like 2-second cooldown reduction's kind of crazy. But I don't know. She's one of those people I don't like to face late game anyways. Early game, she's not too bad. Like they said, yeah, like right here it says she struggles to get on her feet early game. But like late game, she's just unstoppable. So I don't know. Maybe they know more than me, and maybe this will fix it. We'll see. I keep right clicking. Steel movement speed decreased from 685 to 680. Shield batch alternate cooldown increased from 10 point or yeah 10 to 10.5. Okay, so they made the cooldown on that go up. Sorry, it kind of throws me off when they add these 0.5s in there. But yeah, they added a half second to his cooldown on that. Terra general mana decreased from 370 to 350. Ruthless Assault primary empowered third hit bonus physical power scaling decreased from 125 to 120. Wild Rush cooldown increased from 15 to 16. Unstoppable Force ultimate power bonus physical armor it decreased from 8/16/24 to 8/12/16. And the magical armor decrease is 8 to 6. Okay. So Terra got a pretty good hard nerf. She's going to be squishy again. We'll see. Yeah. Yeah, that's just that's a big nerf. We'll see. I feel like she was in a pretty good spot where she was, but we'll see. I feel like they just took away everything that they gave her, but like I said, we'll see. The Fae Bramble Patch primary damage decreased from 120 to 100, 105. Power scaling decreased. Harvest Nettle secondary damage decreased from 85 to 80. Mana cost increased. The cooldown changed from 4. Yeah, I don't know where the draw line is. From 4 to, yeah. If you can figure that out, you can figure that out, I guess. I don't know where the line is. Flytrap ultimate decreased the damage. Yes, thank you. That needed to be nerfed. I didn't think all this other stuff needed to be nerfed, but her ultimate, and it also needs to fix if they have a circle that it shows that's like if you're in this circle you get yoinked to the middle, but even if you're outside of that circle you still get yoinked to the middle, and I feel like they need to fix that or make it more clear that that circle isn't the hitbox, because that just kind of is super annoying, because I'll be outside of it and I'll be like, oh thank god she missed, and I still get yoinked to the middle, and it gets super annoying, especially since her ultimate does so much damage and it stops you there for a while, and if in the right situation it's pretty much a death sentence. But anyways, magical power scaling decreased on her, so she got a huge nerf. But I mean, I could see it coming. She's like a powerhouse for damage. Yin, her mana decreased from 390 to 360. Silk Song basic attack improved. Okay, it was a bug fix. Improved hit registration to decrease the number of false hits that occurred. Lash kick primary cooldown increased from 17, 15. Okay, yeah, not very much. But yeah, increased the cooldown there. Windburn secondary healing total physical power scaling decreased from 10% to okay, yeah, this is the scaling that they changed. 13.5 to 12.5. Xeris, he got a bug fix, movement speed duration now correctly 1.5, not okay. So it's kind of a nerf, but it's like something that should have always been there. That's kind of funny. Coliseum targeting range decreased by 10%. Cooldown increased from 160 to, yeah, they added 5 seconds as you go on, and then 10 seconds. I don't know. I didn't think he really needed much of a nerf. I don't know. I have mixed feelings on that movement speed. Maybe it should be 2.25 because I didn't think it was really that big of an issue. But there's a lot of times where you'll jump him and he'll just back up and get away from me, no problem. So maybe that does need to be added. All right. Oh man, they did a lot of rework here. So Zinx triage protocol cooldown increased from 17 to 22. That's quite a bit. Okay, that's 5 seconds cool added to that cooldown. That's kind of crazy. Wait, maybe. 17 to 4.25, 22 to 5. Okay. Bad medicine secondary initial slow decrease from 30% to 12% or 25%, not 12%. I don't know why I said that. Yeah, I mean her stun is kind of crazy, so that needs to be fixed. Neural regenesis ultimate bug fix an issue where the cooldown will be consumed when using it on an ally just as they die. Okay, character balances are done. I feel like that was a mouthful there. Item balances, consort crest, gold per second decreased from 2 to 2.25. Or sorry, it is increased from 0.2 to 0.25. I don't know why that was so hard for me to say. I'm gonna kind of skip through a lot of these crests here because I feel like they're all kind of the same. They added the gold per second on there. But Ice Scorn Talons, Glacial Coliseum duration decreased. Okay. I mean, I think I've been waiting for the time where they nerf these because these are pretty broken. And the ally bonus. So I don't know if this lowers how much it gives to you. But I know it used to give your allies and you 15%, but I don't know if it just only gives you 15% and your allies 12%. I don't know how that works. All right, near war boots, resilience, max health, healing increased from 2.5 to 3%. Tempest overcharged, healing decreased from 50% to 40%. Oh, they're nerfing my build for Aurora. We'll see how it goes. But I like to get this with Aurora. I'm not going to go into it too much because I feel like this video is getting long because of all these changes. So I'm going to move on. Dust Devil, 3% movement speed added. Onyxidian Quiver, multi-shot damage based on distance decreased from 16% to 40% to 12 to 40%. Keen strikes on damage decreased from 20 to 12 to 15%. Oh my gosh. Solaris cost increase from 3,000 to 3,100. Solar Blade critical strike chance scaling decrease from 120 to 100%. Wow, big nerf. Demon Edge physical power decrease from 45 to 40. 10 haste added. Recipe pendant added. Dread magical armor increase from 30 to 35%. Bonesaw, I know a lot of people have been asking for this to be nerfed. The health scaling increased from 2 to 2.5%. Colossal Sunder bonus attack speed decreased from 15% to 10%. Dreambinder chilling spells DOT slow increased from 10% to 15%. Entralope, I don't know if I said that right. Degradation damage increased from 3 to 4. Golem's gift ability haste increased from 10 to 15. Lifebinder magical power increased from 80 to 85. Magical lifesteal decreased from 15 to 12%. Prophecy decreased the amount from 3,150 to 30,000. Magical power decreased from 80 to 70. Time warp cost decreased from 3,100 to 3,050. Ooh, big one there. Cresselia cost decreased from 25 to 2,450. Crystal tier cost decreased. I'm gonna skip these ones here. This just cost decreased. Hexbound bracers cost decreased from 2,550 to 2,500. Mana reactor restore from damage decrease from 30% to 20%. Mana reactor now grants mana on hero damage taken. Hex guard basic attack damage reduction increased from 4 to 5. Lunaria heal and shield power increased from 10 to 12%. Martial cost decreased from 2,600 to 2,550. Tainted Totem magical power increased. Maybe this is good to use now. True Silver Bracelet cost decreased. Vanguardian cost decreased. I'm not gonna read all the cost decrease. It's old. Void Conduit health increased from 200 to 250. Ability haste decreased from 15 to 10. Relative missing health regen decreased from 0.75 to 0.5%. Elafrost base mana regen decreased from 125 to 100%. Wow, it's a big one. Frostblade damage decreased from 40 to 55. And here's a long list of bug fixes I'm not going to go over, but there they are there. And there's the end of the update, the patch notes. Anyways, this is a long one. There's a lot of changes coming, well, fixes, which is good. The fixes are always good, but we'll see if they're enough or if they're too much. Time will tell with those. But anyways, if you guys want to see more videos like this, be sure to like the video and subscribe. And appreciate you guys for stopping by, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.